is it too dramatic to say that, like, my life has changed? Good Will Hunting was released in 1997. It was written by Matt Damon and Ben Affleck and directed by Gus Van Sant. No spoilers, I guess, but if you haven't seen this movie, well, I guess to be fair, I haven't seen it until now, so maybe I won't spoil it. Deal. The general idea of this film is it is about this young man who is a genius, but he's stuck in this kind of, well, it's lower Boston, and he can do bigger and better things, but it's about whether or not he wants to. And so he gets with this after going to jail and being told he can go out of jail if he starts working on his math with his professor, and if he sees a psychiatrist, who then ends up being Robin Williams' character, Sean. So, Will is meeting with Sean. And Sean is this genius psychiatrist who's trying to make him see that, you know, in order to be happy, he has to figure out whether or not he wants to be the genius that he is, or, you know, go off and have fun and be a kid, you know? And I liked it a lot. Not that I relate to being a genius, because I don't. But, like, I had a lot of feelings that were similar to this character. It felt like there was this line that I was expected to follow, and if I didn't follow that, then I was kind of silly, right? Like, honestly, I didn't want to go to college. I didn't want to, like, go to school for theater, if I'm being honest. And I don't know that because I think that a couple years ago I probably did, but when I started going to school for college, I realized that was not for me, and I was able to change that, and I was like, we're not doing that anymore. And honestly, I probably wouldn't be going to school right now if I wasn't getting paid for it. But the thing about that is feeling stuck. It's like, this is the route that you've chosen for yourself. Like, it's not like somebody was pressuring me to go to school. It's not like somebody was like, hey, you have to go to school for theater. But, like, it felt like I was doing that to myself. And that's what happened with Matt Damon here in this movie, is his character is told by himself. He's like, you need to stick around because your friends are here, you were born here, you were raised here. Why would you move to California for some girl that you don't even know? And then he's like, well, I guess I have to get a good job because that's what I'm told I have to do because I'm a genius. And it's the idea of wasted genius, which I thought was really, really cool, particularly with Stellan Skarsgård's character, which I really liked a lot. And it just felt like this kind of like waste of talent thing that I love to see in movies, where it's like, yeah, this guy's a super genius, but he's not going to use it because he doesn't want to. And it's important to understand that it is not your choice if this really awesome person gets to use his really awesome abilities. So I thought that was really, really cool. But this movie is freaking stellar. This is the best screenplay I've ever seen. It's freaking brilliant. Every time somebody said something, I was like, oh, like, it's so good. It's funny, it's relatable, it's sad. I cried like 3 times, I think. I like openly sobbing. Like, a movie that can do that to me is really, really impressive, because I don't like to cry. So I'm sitting here and they're just like talking. I'm like, oh, just open sadness. And this is an issue for me, is I never think of Matt Damon as a good actor. I never do. I'm always like, oh yeah, Matt Damon, he's fine. But like, every time I watch him, I'm like, whoa, he's really good. Like in The Departed, in Stillwater, even in The Last Duel, every time I watch him, I'm like, oh, he was the best part of that movie, and he almost always is. And honestly, I'm starting to think that he might be a genius himself. I need to start recognizing that I like him, because I have a couple friends from work who are like, Matt Damon kind of sucks, and I hate him. And I disagree entirely now, because at first I was like, yeah, he's fine, like, I get it, I get why you wouldn't like him. I don't get it now. Like, he's freaking great. He wrote the screenplay for this, of course, with Ben Affleck, who I don't really love as an actor, but I guess I like him as a writer. And I was really frustrated with my thoughts, because I'm sitting here and I'm like, it's Good Will Hunting, how good could it possibly be? It's got Matt Damon and Ben Affleck in it, and I'm like, holy crap, it is Matt Damon and Ben Affleck in it. I will be on the lookout for more Matt Damon stuff in the future, because honestly, I freaking love him. I think that everything that he's been in, I've liked. Like, even Stillwater, which is a medium movie, he elevated with his performance, and I'm excited to see more from him. But Robin Williams, of course, which is the reason why I watched this movie, was also brilliant in this movie, even though he had pretty much like 5 scenes in the whole movie. He's just so heartfelt with everything he says, and I love it when he does a dramatic role, because he can do these subtle like little drop lines of comedy that feel real and grounded. Like, it's not like Flubber where everything is slapstick. It's real humor. It's like, I would have said that in that situation, whereas in Flubber, it's like, this is not a situation we would ever be in. That's the distinct difference, I think, between Robin Williams' different kinds of comedy. He has serious comedy, and he has slapstick comedy, and I don't like his slapstick comedy almost at all, mainly because I think that Robin Williams is born to be in a more serious comedy movie. He really was. Every time he does something serious in a movie, I'm like, yes, that's great, because it's funny, because it's real, and I don't like it when he sacrifices all of his talent to throw things around in a weird doctor suit. I don't understand that. This came out right after Flubber. That doesn't make any sense at all. But I liked him a whole lot in this film. There's nothing I don't like in this film. I consider this to be maybe my favorite film of all time. I freaking love it. It's brilliant. I'm going to go ahead and give Good Will Hunting an A+. If you haven't seen Good Will Hunting, what are you waiting for? You're probably waiting for it to be on a streaming service, because it is not right now, I think. I'm pretty sure I rented it. So rent it if you can, because it's worth it. It's worth the $3-4. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought about it, if you have seen it. I truly believe this is a masterpiece of a movie and an instant classic. And I love it. I love it a whole lot. If you guys would, if you don't mind, press that little red button down in the corner. It says subscribe next to my banner there. That'd be really great. I would really appreciate it. We're climbing. We're at like almost 220 at this point, so that's pretty good. I love all of you, so thank you so much for watching these videos. I truly, truly appreciate it. So consider subscribing if you're not already. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.